Happy Monday, guys. It's your boy Stas here. Welcome back to another video. Cheers. I appreciate you all for tuning in as we're about to break down Sofi stock, do an update as earnings are tomorrow, and I want to go over just in general the markets, maybe some other stocks later in the video. But first, of course, smash the like button. Feel free to subscribe, join my free email stock newsletter, and check out my Patreon for my real-time portfolio updates. All the links, you guys know where they're at. They're right down below. And now, cheers again. Let's dive into it. So check it out. It's almost noon on the East Coast right now, and we have Sofi down 1.5%, and we have the indexes, well, not as green as they were last night, right? You guys saw last night the futures market was popping. I'm sure you all saw in my Sofi video last night. We covered the futures market a bit. And now, I guess QQQ still up a good chunk, 0.33%. But the Dow is pretty much at break even, about to go red. Same with the S&P. And the Russell is red. The Russell's down over 0.1%. And now, it's not a devastating red day or anything like that, but we are slightly down on the Russell. And again, the big pop we saw in the futures market last night is not necessarily there anymore. It's not. You know, a lot of the gains were given back, and you guys can see Sofi in the overnight market. I'm sure you saw that if you caught my video last night. It popped, right? It popped to about 21.60, and then as the pre-market rolled around this morning, we started drifting down from 21, 60, 50, where it was yesterday in the overnight. Then it started going down to 21.40, 21.30. We opened up at 21.20, and you guys can see if I zoom in how it's been so far on the intraday. So we opened up at 21.20, dumped right off the bat to about $20.80, saw a bit of a recovery, went down to 20.77, saw another recovery at about 10 a.m. East Coast time to about 21.10, and then we pretty much coasted down again. Then we saw another relief rally just about 10-15 minutes ago, which is now being followed by another lower high. So you're noticing on the intraday, no doubt, the bears are in charge, right? Lower highs are being made. You can see right here, another one is being put in real time as I'm making this video, right? This is not ideal for the bulls. Now, is it the end of the world for the bulls? Absolutely not. It's not, right? But in the very short term, again, the bears are gaining an edge, and they have been for the last couple of days. You guys can see on this 5-day, 5-minute, we have a death cross, right? We're under the moving averages, and over the last 2-3 trading days, what have we done? We've put in lower lows, lower highs. You see it here. Clear as day, right? If I zoom in a bit, lower highs, lower lows. So a downtrend is intact in the short term, very short term. I'm talking like 2-3 days short term. A downtrend is intact. And as we pull the layers back even more on the 30-minute, you can see, okay, now we're going for the support right here. Pretty clear, $20.70 to 90 cents ish. That's where we held support earlier in July, in the middle of July. We also held it a couple days ago, right? So this is a big spot, which it looks like right now the bulls are holding. But if this breaks on Sofi, guys, we could be finding our way down to where we were a couple of days ago. That might have been on Monday, right? Or no, that might have been last week. Either way, whatever. We hit 1980. That's where we could be going if we break 2070 and this trend line right here. This gap could be filling to the downside. And on the 20-day chart, you guys can see on Sofi, clear head and shoulders, which we called out, by the way, like a week ago. And this week, it's spent the entire week, essentially, Sofi has creating the right shoulder in this head and shoulders, which you can see it right here. So this is still intact right now, guys, heading into earnings tomorrow morning. And again, it comes down to what we do at $20.70 and $20 flat. You know, if we start breaking those points, we'll see if that happens. That's where this head and shoulders would gain a lot of momentum, right? And we could see more downside, but obviously It's going to come down to earnings. And good thing earnings are in the morning, guys, so we can rip the Band-Aid off right in the morning, and then we'll see where it goes from there. SoFi stock, right? So that's kind of the breakdown. This, this Monday, I was going to say morning. It's not morning anymore. I guess afternoon. It's almost noon, whatever you want to call it. I guess technically not afternoon because we're before noon. Either way, as we're midway through the day, that's what we're looking like, as we still have a couple hours of trading, but the clock's ticking, man. Only 4 more hours of trading until we get SoFi's earnings. Well, they're not today, but you guys know what I mean. We only have 4 more in-market hours before we get their earnings in the morning, which I'm excited for. So make sure to subscribe, by the way, because we're going to do more SoFi videos. Maybe I'll do another one later tonight after the bell to see kind of how SoFi closed up, get some thoughts there. So make sure to subscribe, and obviously we'll do an update in the morning when earnings actually come out, and probably another update later in the day tomorrow. So there's going to be a lot of content. Make sure to subscribe, hit that notification bell. I appreciate you guys for tuning in as always. And if we're looking at the indexes, why not? Might as well quickly. Again, we are coming off of all-time highs. We're pulling back a little bit, giving back some of the gains from the overnight market. But the uptrend is looking phenomenal, isn't it? This is SPY. We look phenomenal. Same thing on QQQ. If I pull it up, this hit all-time highs at 570, guys. Think about that. And now we're slightly cooling off. Not a big deal. And QQQ, guys, it's ridiculous to think about it. It was in the high 300s during the crash, and now we're almost at $600 on QQQ. So think about that. From having a 3 in front of the the dollar value of the ETF, from a 3 to a 6 almost in the span of a couple months is insane. And this is why you guys, if you're a long-term investor, man, stay invested. Don't panic sell. Buy up those dips, man. If you're a younger person, you have a long time horizon, don't be scared when you see these kinds of dips, because if you can just hold through the pain, wait a couple months, this is how you're rewarded, man. Look at this. QQQ's up to almost 600 after being at 390. It's unbelievable. So, yeah, we'll leave it at that when it comes to the indexes. Now, quickly, let me look at some stocks moving. So, Tesla, if you guys bought that post-earnings dip, you're looking great. Tesla's up another 4% today. We're trading at about $330 a share, testing the top of the wedge as I'm making this video, literally, guys. So, this is the breakout spot for Tesla, straight up. If we take 330 out, start to break 340 especially, Tesla could start taking off, so that's moving. Nike is also moving. I swear, man, once I bought those puts on Nike, it just started taking off. We started getting some good news, and it's like, come on, man, my luck, right? My luck. So I bought the $75 puts, I believe, or was it the 72? Or no, I think it might have been the 72. I haven't checked. It's been a little bit, but I bought these puts a couple weeks ago that expire at the end of the year in December on Nike. And let's just say once I bought those puts, well, we got news of a deal with Vietnam, right? Now we got news that JP Morgan upgraded their stock today, I think, and put a $90 price target. It's like, I can't win, guys. I can't win. JP Morgan upgraded Nike to overweight, raised their target to $93. And that's how the game goes, especially in the options market. And this is why when I'm buying calls or puts, I preach this on the channel, guys. I do it with a small amount of money that I'm willing to lose, like less than 1% of my portfolio. And that's what I did here with the Nike puts and the SoFi puts, for that matter, which those aren't looking that great either. But that's what I did with these puts, because I know, I could be right on these puts, on this bet, but there's a chance I'm wrong on the timing. I'm wrong on, the price action, right? And I don't want to get screwed over if I'm wrong. And in this case, I've been wrong so far because I'm down on the Nike puts. But, hey, I'm still holding on. why not at this point, right? So Nike's moving, Tesla's moving, AMD's moving, which I trimmed some AMD on Friday. Now it's up another 4%. This is just getting ridiculous, guys. I think AMD is going to pull back drastically. It's only a matter of time. I'm even considering, with my track record right now, buying puts the last couple weeks. I might have to be careful here, guys, you know what I mean? But I'm even considering buying puts on AMD, but it's complicated because they have earnings early August on the 5th of August. But at this point, man, I just can't see a scenario where this just goes, it keeps going higher without a pullback. I mean, this thing needs to pull back. Maybe tomorrow's the day. Maybe this week is the week. We'll see. But overall, guys, that's it. Hit the like button. Feel free to subscribe. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Join the free email stock newsletter. And check out my Patreon for my real-time portfolio updates. All the links are down below. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you in the next video.